Hello, loves. Who is ready for Momentum Monday? And how about that moon last night? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was something else. So you've made it to Momentum Mondays. My name is Andrea Luzon, Legacy Liberator. I'm just starting up some sage, so you can probably see the smoke. I would love to support you with a little bit of clearing. Start to pay attention to your breath. Allow any stuck energy to drip off of you. I'm moving the sage around my microphone. Hello. The phone. I've got Instagram over here and Facebook over here. Both of these are live. And then we have people with us in the recording space, the private Zoom room. So just saging. And basically, when we sage, it's really just about clearing anything that's not working for us right now. I don't want to bring anything from my day or my morning, high or low, having that affect this transmission that we're experiencing together. Because from where I'm sitting, Sunday night, Monday morning really feels like hitting the reset button. It really feels like an opportunity to come back into your power, to come back into your voice, to come back into what do I want to create this week? How do I want to move through the world from the inside going out? So I was saying hello to some folks on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in. And in our Facebook community, we're tuning in on the Awake, Free, Expansive community on Facebook. It is a free but private group. All you have to do is answer a few questions just so I can know how to best serve you when you come into that community. Again, Andrea Luzon, your legacy liberator. Welcome to this morning ritual. I'm so glad you're here. So the moon last night, ooh, hello, blood moon lunar eclipse. My husband grabbed me and we watched it together, which was really sweet. And I know for a lot of friends, this last week or two has felt very, sometimes I like to use the word crunchy. It has felt very, maybe like an upheaval. Like, oh boy, this one area of my life is really no longer working for me. It is so clear that this is falling apart over here. And also experiencing at the same time amazing growth over here. I know for me, I have 3 summits and 2 workshops in the next 4 weeks, which is really exciting. I love to go on to a summit is an interview series. So I love showing up at other people's events and being able to talk about what I believe. And today we're going to tune into one of the core teachings that I offer in my community. And these are the 3 pillars of truth. A lot of us feel like there is something we have to fix about ourselves, like something in us is broken, or perhaps we're feeling unwhole in some way. Some of us are feeling like we're not worth asking for that pay raise, or communicating with our significant other about what feels good in our relationship or what's not feeling so good. And this can be around the topic of worthiness, feeling like we are worthy. And then lastly, that self-trust, that hearing an inner guidance or a knocking on the heart, and then not trusting it and not taking action, going into the analyzing mind, and instead we're second guessing ourselves. So this, I find, is this area of self-trust is like not believing that you are divinely wise, that the universal consciousness energy is in you. And maybe you say God, or maybe you say a different name, but I believe that universal consciousness, that energy, is in all of us. And when we slow down and when we connect with that wisdom and we start taking little tiny steps each day of actually listening and acting when responding to that inner wisdom, that we create profound change in our life. So if you will, just pay attention to your breath for a moment. Maybe allow your eyelids to flutter closed. Perhaps your breaths begin to lengthen. And as you're allowing that deep inhale and deep exhale of air. Allow yourself to say the 3 pillars of truth in your mind or out loud if that feels good for you. Breathing in and breathing out, I am whole. I am whole. Breathing in and breathing out, I am worthy. I am worthy. Breathing in and breathing out, I am divinely wise. I am divinely wise. Now, if you will, bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And just allow yourself to feel those words. If they're new for you and you're trying this on like a new outfit, it might feel a little uncomfortable. You might be noticing some tension or some misbelief or disbelief inside your body or your mind. Maybe something's holding you back and saying, those words don't apply to me. Or maybe you're in an argument about the word divine, and that is okay. Maybe for you today, divine just gets to be luscious, juicy, intimate. So you get to lusciously and intimately know yourself and start tuning into your heart, start tuning into your divine wisdom. So just breathing it in and out for a moment, trying on this new, I am whole, I am worthy, I am divinely wise. The universe didn't put you here if it didn't want to speak through you, if it didn't want you to know it and know how powerful you are and know how much you matter. So that divine wisdom is you being on this planet at this time to create whatever it is you're meant to create. Even if that is deeper self-love, if that is the piece that you get to create on the earth at this time, that is beautiful. Because the knocking on your heart is telling you. The knocking on your heart is wanting you to create whatever it is that conversation is about. And a live of mine went very viral the other day, and I was talking about, Glennon Doyle has a quote that says, when God or universe or whatever word you like to use, when the universe whispers to you, and maybe you're translating the message, if other people don't understand the message that you're hearing, that's okay, because it wasn't a conference call. That message was between you and the universe. That is a one-on-one conversation. And maybe you get to come out and share it, but maybe not everyone's going to understand because that message was just for you. So breathe that in for a moment. Just allowing yourself to be with your breath, allowing yourself to be with those messages, all of that love beaming in. And so allow your hands to settle down at your sides or on your lap. This is the moment where we step more deeply from the headspace into the body. And the way that I like to create that with you is to have you standing up. And perhaps that is not a situation that you're able to create today. And that means that you get to move your body, maybe stretching, maybe swaying, whatever you can move. I invite you to move. Not all of us are fully mobile from the entire corporal experience. But for those of you that are, I ask that you stand up with me today. And if you simply want to stretch or sway, that is beautiful. I'm going to be doing some hopping, some shaking, some bending over. So move at the pace that works for you. We're not here to cause ourselves harm. We're simply here to come into deeper connection with our body. So if you've been here before, you've heard this song before, and this is what I believe is your soul's homage to you, and like a beckoning, kind of like a playful call, calling you out, calling you forward and saying, come and play with me. Get up and play with me. If you can't get up today, that's okay. Sway and move and feel the music inside of you, and like, you know, let your soul and your heart and your mind and your body come into a dance together. So less talking, more playing. Here we go. So here we go, getting up. Getting moving.
You know I need you. You know I want you. Mama, I need you. Mama, I need you. You know I need you. You know I want you. Mama, I need you. Mama, I need you. You know I need you. You know I want you. Mama, I need you. Come and see me, baby. You know I need you.
I've danced with some of you before, so I know you can dance. I see you. Get playful. Here we go. Finale. 1 more minute. Woohoo! Outstanding. Way to play. Way to play. Way to get up. Way to be in your power. Whew. Allow yourself to breathe. Notice your breath. How are you feeling? Put on some slightly more relaxing music. And if you're open to it, let's stay standing for a moment. I'm feeling the vibe of staying on our feet. And to get close to the camera, I get to do wide legs so I can be closer to all of you. So at this moment, I'd love to do a couple of things. This might be flipped for you, but take your right hand and put it right under your armpit. For ladies, this would be like your bra line. So place your right hand there. So hugging your left side, we're kind of hugging the heart. You should feel some thumping. If you were moving with us just now, you should feel some thumping. Now I'd like for you to take your left hand and just place it anywhere on your arm or your shoulder and start to feel your chest moving up and down. Allow your eyelids to flutter closed. As long as you don't get dizzy, you can just lower your gaze if you are feeling a little dizzy after all that hopping up and down. Just notice your breath. Notice your heartbeat. Allow yourself to feel held by you. No external validation needed. This is about you creating your own practice, creating your own self-care routine. This is about you knowing that you loving you is enough. This is about you knowing you love yourself and that being enough. That is enough in this moment. Now, if you're open to it in this moment, repeat after me. I am whole. I am worthy. I am divinely wise. On your next exhale, allow yourself to make some sound through your mouth. Maybe you want to just feel like something that you've been carrying gets to drip off of you today. Maybe you have a stuck twinge somewhere in your body. When you inhale, send a bit of light around that twinge or that tightness. And on your exhale, allow yourself to utter a sound. Allow yourself to moan. Allow yourself to flutter your lips like And allow yourself to feel like a burden you've been carrying gets to drip out of you. It gets to drip out of you and onto the floor, traveling through the floor and into the earth. And whatever that stuckness is about, it gets to transmute. It gets to go back into the earth and serve a different purpose. It gets to be translated into whatever language it needs to be, so that that energy that you've been carrying, it gets to go and serve in a different way. It gets to drip out of you. It gets to be dislodged. And it gets to go out and be of service in some other way, transmuting, translating into whatever someone else needs or whatever the earth needs. So give yourself one last squeeze, kind of compress a little bit. And now allow your hands to hang at your sides. Maybe a little bit of swaying. Beautiful. A friend of mine, a wonderful leader, she taught me this beautiful exercise where you kind of bend, you allow your knees to bounce, and then you shake your hands. And allow yourself to really shake, like when a dog is wet and it shakes its whole body. So just allow your hands to shake. This is about really releasing anything that's not working. So at this moment, I'm going to return to my seat. I invite you to do the same. If you'd like to lie down, that is okay. Just move your body into a position that you'd like to feel relaxed and comfortable in for a while. So I'm going to grab my chair. If you've been here before, you might know that we bring a notebook. So I'm turning to a new page in my notebook or my journal. And I'd love for you to write across the top, Momentum Monday, because you get to be in momentum today. I know that time is just a construct, and yet for me personally, I love to launch on Mondays. I love to really slow down and be in time, be conscious of myself, be conscious of others, be conscious of time, be conscious of that knocking on the heart, and really ground into what are my intentions? What do I want to create? What do I want to stand for this week? What do I want to stand for others embodying and creating in their own lives? Or how can I bear the torch of other people going within? So thus the Momentum Monday. So Momentum Monday across the top, and the date. And for those of you who tuned in, there was a lunar eclipse last night that was pretty magical. And I had a lot of friends and colleagues sharing that they were feeling a lot of shadow very up at the surface. Shadow as in things that I've been wanting to shift in my life that I haven't yet, and that I'm very aware are not working. And so that's where I'd like to start with you today. I'd love to start with when we were doing the somatic hug. That is what it is called, the somatic hug by Dr. Peter Levine, holding the heart and then holding the self and being present and breathing, and then I was exploring the concept of allowing something stuck to drip out of you. When you have that awareness, or when you tune into that awareness, what is something in your life that feels stuck right now that you would like to shift? What is an aspect of your life? Maybe it's a personality trait of yourself. Maybe it's a relationship that you know you get to be more clear in. Maybe it's a job situation. Maybe it's where you live. But if we slow down and tune into the breath, and oftentimes a hand over the heart really helps, as we tune in and allow ourselves to go within, not the mind, but to go within the spirit and ask, what is mine to release right now? What is mine to release right now? And so allow yourself to write that question. What is mine to release right now? And what I mean by that is, what is a burden I've been carrying that I would love to have melt away? What feels stuck right now? What is feeling stuck right now? Just allow yourself a few minutes to go in. And as the messages land, allow yourself to write. And if you stall, if you're feeling blocked, then just breathe. Just begin to notice your breath. There's no right or wrong answer here. This is really just about tuning in. It's about tuning in and connecting with what is right for you. What feels stuck right now? What burden have I been carrying that I'm ready to set down? Is there an ache somewhere in my body that I feel called to let go of? And am I open to understanding what might be underneath that? What might be underneath the pain I've been feeling? And I know we all have different beliefs, but you've made it here today for a reason. And I truly believe that if we're ready to slow down and really look at ourselves and see how we've been showing up, see how we've been hanging on to certain ideas and ways of being, if we're truly ready for that, or if we're at least in the state of being willing to observe and explore, then there's a real opportunity for self-healing. A real opportunity for self-healing. So what do I feel called to heal? And that is question number 2. What do I feel called to heal? And it's beautiful if you start this as an inward-facing question. What do I feel called to heal here in my life, inside of myself, in my relationship with myself, in my relationship with others? What do I feel called to heal? If you'd like to come back to either of these 2 questions, that would be wonderful. You can do that later today or right when we wrap. But the third question is, what is one action? What is one action I can take to clear or heal what I wrote above? What is one action I can take to clear or heal what I wrote above? And I wrote, I could ask for more hugs. And this is just a brainstorm, so I wrote a few. I could create one-on-one time with the people who matter to me. Create more one-on-one time. If there already is a little bit, I get to increase that one-on-one time. And I also wrote that in one of my relationships, I get to lower expectations. And I'm referring to little people, the children in our lives. So lastly, I would love for you to write 3 things. I would love for you to push your lead or your ink into paper and write, I am whole. Go ahead and write that on your paper. I am whole. WHOLE. I am worthy. I am worthy. WORTHY. And then the last one, I am divinely wise. I am divinely wise. Divinely wise. The universe is speaking through you. This is the truth. When you're ready, allow your pen or pencil to lay flat on your notebook or on the surfaces next to you, but bring your pen or pencil to rest. Push your back into your chair or get cozy as you're reclined. Allow your hands to settle wherever feels good for you. And then allow your eyelids to flutter closed. Bring your awareness to your breath. And simply hear those words inside you. I am whole. worthy. I am divinely wise. Breathe in that knowing. Allow it to go out from your heart, pumping through your bloodstream, out into the cells of your body, the cells of your skin. Feel the knowledge out in your hair follicles, all across your body, allowing the awareness to pervade you. Allow it to move through your whole body. Wholeness, worthiness, divine wisdom. Allow yourself to feel it, not just as a concept. Allow it to soak into you from your heart through your entire body. And it's all coming in connection with your spirit, with your soul. It's always loving you, always wanting you to have your best life, always seeking your highest expression, always knowing you, never judging you. Your soul is always there. And when you allow yourself to connect with the wholeness, worthiness, and wisdom that is divine in you, you strengthen your connection with your soul. You let it know that you're ready. You let it know that you're open to being more deeply on your path. You let your soul know that you are reawakening to that connection that you have. The connection to all that is. Fill up your lungs, nice and big. And when you're ready, on your exhale, allow a smiling breath. So with your lips together, raise the corners of your mouth. So welcoming yourself back into the room with a smiling breath, wiggling your fingers, your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles, and then blinking your eyelids open and closed. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me today. I am feeling a little glowy now. I'm feeling connected more deeply to my wholeness, my worthiness, and my divine wisdom. And that is what I want for you, to strengthen that connection, to know it, to feel it in your bones and every cell of your body. So for those of us who are in the recording space, we will stay together and share anything that came up. If you are watching live or watching the replay, I'd love to hear your comments below of what came up for you. And what do you get to release? And what is an action you can take today to feel more clear and to step into that deeper connection? So, and my name is Andrea Luzon. This has been Momentum Mondays. Thank you all so much for your time. We'll see you next week.